When Michael Jackson put his spin on Come Together, the iconic opening track from the Beatles' Abbey Road, the move instantly stirred controversy. Could the king of pop truly capture the raw magic of John Lennon's original? Or was he stepping into sacred territory best left untouched? Decades later, fans are still split right down the middle. Jackson's connection to the Beatles began years earlier when he teamed up with Paul McCartney for The Girl Is Mine. But things took a dramatic turn when Jackson shocked the world by purchasing the Beatles' back catalog, a move that many saw as both brilliant and ruthless. Suddenly, the biggest pop star of the 80s had the legal right to record any Beatles song he wanted. And of all the legendary tracks he could have chosen, he went for Come Together. The cover was featured on his 1995 double album History Past, Present and Future, Book Y, and appeared in his surreal film Moonwalker. Yet the reception has always been a roller coaster. Some fans praised it as a bold, funky reimagining of a rock classic, while others argued it sounded like a glossy 90s experiment that stripped away the soul. One fan confessed that as a child, they genuinely thought Come Together was Jackson's own creation, only realizing years later that it belonged to Lennon and McCartney. That revelation, they said, blew their mind and made them love both artists even more. On the flip side, critics complained about the production, calling the booming snare too overpowering and comparing some of the effects to sound bites from a 90s video game. And then there's the timeless debate. Has anyone ever managed to cover Come Together successfully? Aerosmith tried with their gritty rock twist. Jackson brought his pop-funk edge. But hardcore Beatles fans insist the original remains untouchable. In their eyes, every attempt only makes Lennon's versions feel even more immortal. Even the presentation wasn't safe from criticism. Some listeners argued that the real problem wasn't the music at all, but the packaging, pointing to what they described as one of the worst album covers of Jackson's career. Still, whether you love it or hate it, Jackson's Come Together remains one of the most talked about Beatles covers ever recorded. It represents a fascinating clash of musical legacies. The world's biggest pop star daring to reinterpret the world's most legendary rock band. And that's exactly why fans are still debating it nearly 3 decades later.